Okay, so you want to get a real handle on security management, but maybe without digging through mountains of textbooks.
Yeah, just the core stuff, right? The practical insights.
Exactly. Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to this deep dive. Today, we're really zeroing in on what it means to be an assistant security manager.
And our source today, it's basically a collection of common interview questions and, the kind of answers you'd expect. It really shines a light on the job.
Right. So think of this as like a concentrated dose of security know-how.
Precisely.
Hmm.
Whether you're maybe thinking about this field or you just want to understand how organizations protect themselves, this should give you some really actionable stuff.
Our mission then is to pull out those key principles of security management that keep topping up in these questions and answers.
Do it.
Okay, first up, experience. The source makes it clear this isn't an entry-level, glance at a monitor kind of role.
Not at all. We're talking, like, the source suggests around 5 years in operations.
Which covers a lot of ground, doesn't it? Supervising guards, setting up procedures, even coordinating with police.
Yeah, it's a broad base. And it immediately points to something really core,
Hmm.
being proactive.
Ah, right. Not just waiting for the alarm to go off.
Exactly. The answers stress this again and again. An assistant security manager, they're meant to be right in the thick of risk assessment.
Meaning, like audits and things.
Yeah, regular audits, digging into incident reports, talking to other departments to find weak spots, before they get exploited.
So it's about building defenses ahead of time.
Totally. Think about it. Preventing something is almost always uh, cheaper and less disruptive than cleaning up after it happens.
Makes perfect sense. And that leads right into making sure the team knows what to do, right? SOPs.
Absolutely. Clear standard operating procedures, regular training, even surprise inspection sometimes.
Sounds like a constant effort, keeping things sharp.
It has to be. Because the best plan in the world, well, it's useless if people don't follow it consistently. It's about accountability.
The human element, it's not just tech.
So true. Good SOPs can actually stop things escalating just by making it clear what to do in fuzzy situations.
Okay, but what about when things do go wrong? Emergencies happen.
Right. And the questions hit on this. How do you handle it? The answers all point to staying calm, first off.
Easier said than done, I bet.
Yeah. But vital. Staying calm, knowing the plan inside out, assessing things quickly, communicating clearly.
And focusing on safety, coordinating with responders, sounds intense.
It is. That's where the experience really pays off. The source gives this example about finding weird access logs during a routine check.
Uh-huh.
Well, someone noticed it, dug deeper, found unauthorized access, and then crucially, they updated the protocols.
Closing the loop, learning from it.
Exactly. That continuous improvement cycle. That's what good security management looks like.
Let's switch to tech for a second. It's not just managing people, is it? You need tech skills, too.
Oh, absolutely. You're expected to know your way around things like CCTV, obviously,
Right, cameras everywhere.
and biometric access control, fingerprints, facial scans,
More secure than key cards, I guess. Better audit trails.
definitely. Plus alarm systems, visitor management software. The source even names specific ones like Genetec and Honeywell.
So familiarity with the actual tools is key. These are big platforms for video and access control.
Yeah, and the tech changes so fast, right? You have to keep up. Understand what these systems can do, what they can't do, how they fit together, that layered security idea.
Multiple systems working together for better protection. Got it.
hmm
What about the team itself? Managing the guards. Conflicts must happen.
Oh, sure. The questions cover that, the approach. It's about listening, being fair, mediating, but always bringing you back to the team's goal.
So people skills are just as important as knowing the tech.
Couldn't agree more. A team that works well together, communicates openly, that's a huge asset. It boosts morale, makes people more vigilant, creates a better security culture overall.
And it's not just the internal team. What about dealing with difficult visitors
Which one?
or clients?
Yeah, that comes up too. The key seems to be stay professional, be patient, explain the rules clearly.
Try to sort it out without escalating.
Exactly. Resolve their concerns if you can,
Right.
but without bending the security rules or making things worse. It's a balancing act.
Definitely requires good interpersonal skills and being able to de-escalate.
Right, while holding firm on the important security stuff.
Okay, let's get into operations. Audits, best practices. What's the assistant manager's role there?
It's often supportive, helping plan the audit, going through the paperwork, checking procedures on the ground.
And then suggesting improvements.
Yeah. It's that continuous evaluation again. Security isn't static. Threats change. Vulnerabilities appear. Audits keep things tight.
And training new hires? That sounds pretty critical.
Hugely critical. It's way more than just giving them a manual. It's proper onboarding, explaining everything, having them shadow experienced people.
Making sure they're actually ready before they go solo.
Precisely. Good training minimizes mistakes down the line, ensures everyone knows their role and how to handle different situations properly.
Okay, but say a breach does happen. What then?
Immediate steps are key. Report it right away.
Mm.
Then figure out the root cause. Why did it happen?
Investigate thoroughly.
Yeah. Then fix the vulnerability, take corrective action, and update the policies so it doesn't happen again.
Learning from mistakes, again. Strengthening the system.
Definitely. A breach is serious, no doubt, but it's also a chance to learn and get stronger. A good investigation is vital to understand what really went wrong.
What about managing priorities? Especially in a crisis, things must get chaotic.
They can. The guidance is clear. Focus on safety first. Anything that's an immediate threat, then delegate if you can.
And stick to the plan.
Stick to the emergency plan. Clear thinking, decisiveness, following procedure, that's what gets you through high-pressure moments.
And maintaining that 24/7 coverage, how's that managed?
Usually a mix of things. Rotating shifts, obviously. Having people on call. Regularly checking the duty roster to make sure there are no gaps.
Constant readiness.
It's essential, both as a deterrent and so you can respond quickly, day or night. Good scheduling, backup plans, they're crucial.
Documentation seems important too. Incident reports.
Very. Needs to be standardized.
Mm.
Time, date, who was involved, what happened, what was done, recommendations, all the key details.
Creates a record for analysis, legal stuff maybe.
Exactly. Essential for tracking trends, compliance, and learning. Standard formats make sure everything needed is captured consistently.
The source even mentioned dealing with internal issues like theft.
Right. That requires a delicate touch. Discreet investigation, usually working closely with HR.
Balancing the investigation with employee rights and confidentiality.
It's often complex. HR collaboration is usually key there.
Okay, looking at the officers on the ground, what makes a good one, according to the source?
Key qualities mentioned are things like alertness, definitely integrity, good communication.
Being physically able to do the job.
Right. Fitness helps. And maybe most importantly, staying calm under pressure.
That's a demanding list. They really are the front line.
They are. Eyes and ears. Those qualities are fundamental for preventing and responding to threats.
What about patrols? How do you make those efficient?
Planning the route strategically. Having checkpoints. Using systems to monitor guard activity, make sure rounds are being done. Track coverage.
Optimizing resources. Making the presence felt.
Yeah, effective patrols deter threats and help spot issues early. Monitoring systems add accountability and data for improvement.
And confidentiality. That must be huge in security.
Paramount. Limiting who sees sensitive info, storing records securely, only discussing things with authorized people. You can't have leaks.
Breaches of security information could be disastrous.
Absolutely. Strict protocols for handling sensitive data are non-negotiable.
Okay, last point from the interview, questions motivation. Why this job? Why this company?
Yeah, that comes up. And the takeaway seems to be about alignment. Your personal values may be a real commitment to safety, matching the company's goals.
Makes sense. If you believe in the mission, you'll likely be more committed, right?
Exactly. It drives job satisfaction, dedication, effectiveness. Good for the individual, good for the team.
So wrapping this all up, this assistant security manager role, it's incredibly varied, isn't it?
It really is. It's definitely not just about the tech side.
No, it's so much about interpersonal skills, strategic thinking, that proactive mindset.
And keeping your cool and acting decisively when things get tough.
A real blend of technical know-how, leadership, and being forward-thinking.
And stepping back, this whole discussion kind of leads to a bigger question for you, the listener. Yeah. Based on all this, what are the absolute rack-bottom principles of effective security? Like anywhere, not just a big company.
Yeah, your own life, your own.
Yeah, any context. What are those core things essential for safety and protection? And maybe. What elements do we usually overlook? Things that might be way more crucial than we think.
That's interesting. Something to chew on. How might these ideas about managing security in an organization apply to how you think about risk and safety day to day?
Worth considering, right?